guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida. And guess what? I have that one nameplate that's been around since 1964 and a half. It's this car right here. This is a 2024 Mustang GT. And it's featured in what I think is one of the best colors for a new Mustang, Grabber Blue. But before we get into the last car standing with a V8 and that performance you want, let's talk about what's going on here. So like I said, Challenger, gone. Camaro, gone. If you want a V8 and you want that muscle car, pony car experience, this is the only way to go. Now it comes down to how do you option it. And one of the things I like about the Mustang is that they've taken a page from the C8 Corvette, they've taken a page from Porsche, and there's a lot of different ways to add personality to your Mustang right from the build start point at the factory. But what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a Mustang, does Grabber Blue just check off that box in such a perfect way and make it that color of choice for your Mustang GT? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, 2025, we've already talked about with the 24s going into 25, the changes that they made for the redesign. One of the things that I like is how you still are getting those LED tri-bar lights above the top. And at first I didn't like them, but they're really starting to grow on me, especially with the way that they made the headlight housing a lot smaller. Now you are getting, when you go Mustang GT, a mixture of some gloss black and some flat black, and you should take that into consideration when choosing your color, because that's gonna help or hurt the color that you're choosing. With the Grabber Blue, this flat black area really stands out. The problem is that it also stands out because of the fake vent. So Mustang GT, I don't know what's going on. That definitely needs to be a functional corner vent of some sort, whether it's for heat or for aerodynamics, but this one is blocked off, so that's a zonk. Now, as we come across the front, here's where the gloss black comes into play, and this is how you tell that it's a GT. GT has the gloss black grille. I like the way they didn't do the blackout package, so you still have your aluminum looking pony, that Mustang that's been around since 1964 and a half. And I absolutely love, the thing that I love about the front of the new Mustang, besides the lights, is gotta be those twin snorkel inlets. So basically, for the first time on a Coyote V8 with the S650 platform, we have dual throttle bodies, dual air boxes. So they did a good job with the nose of this, having those twin air inlets to get the air to that Coyote V8. But let me know what you think about the blue with the black. I think it's a nice contrast, and I'm okay that on the bottom it's flat black because that's gonna take a better beating over time. And on the Mustang GT, you just have this little extra lip. Now, when you come up and check out the bulge on the hood, you get the bulge you want, but you're also getting the heat extractor as well. Functional, gloss black to match the grille. You are gonna have the air that flows through the front, and then we're gonna drag the air out the back of the heat extractor. One of the things that I love about this Mustang GT is that it doesn't have any stripes. I feel like the new stripe packages that they offer are not really my favorite. They're not true racing stripes like on a Shelby GT350 from just a few years ago. With the Grabber Blue, I feel like it's perfectly placed on the Mustang without being too obnoxious. And I'll show you why. When we come around the bend, just like you had some silver accents with the Mustang Pony with the headlights, we have these optional nice hand-polished aluminum wheels, V-spoke design all the way around. It almost gives it like a BBS wheel design. That's a 20-inch wheel, 20 inches in diameter. Tires are 265 on the width, 35 series sidewall. And of course, the other thing I love is the metallic silver Mustang Brembo caliper. So you got the Brembo name, you got the Mustang name, the metallic silver that's sort of like a flat finish on it, gives it a nice balance of color. I personally would have went, you could get Grabber Blue on the calipers. I feel like that would have been really the chef's kiss on this brake and body color and wheel, because it would really make the caliper pop from behind the wheel. This vehicle does not have the performance pack. That's another option I highly recommend. For about $5,000, you're getting a lot of goodies that even if you don't take it to a racetrack, it's still going to be beneficial even on the public roads. But let me know what you think about the wheel design. I know some people don't absolutely love this wheel. I am digging it, and it's nice to see a wheel that is not black. Now, coming down the rest of the vehicle, you got your 5.0 badge. Of course, a lot of history going back to the Fox body days, especially when I was back in high school. Nice to see the silver with the black make it pop. Color matched on the mirror caps, color matched on the door handle, and then because this doesn't have the blackout package, it's body color on the roof. Now, if you go blackout package, it would black out the Mustang Pony, the 5.0 badge, your mirror caps, your roof. I'm not so sure I would go that route because of the wheels. I feel like the silver with the wheels matches nicely. Coming towards the rear, we do have that nice classic fastback design, that flared out fender. And then as we swing it around the back, this one is super clean with no actual additional rear spoiler. You just have that extension of the trunk that sticks out. You got your tri-bar taillights, the GT badge looking good. And then as we drop it down to ground level, you do have your quad tip exhaust, that Ford Performance exhaust. Make it louder, make it quieter. For about $1,200, that is an option well worth checking off, especially if you want to hear that V8 from underneath the hood. But talking about the V8, let's go pop the hood and take a look at it. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts. There she is in all of her glory. The last one standing, that 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 in this Mustang. What are you looking at? 486 horsepower, 418 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual. And remember, the 6-speed manual in the regular Mustang GT is not the Tremec, it's the Getrag 6-speed. Because we have the automatic, 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, quarter mile goes by at 12.3 seconds at 116 miles per hour. Top speed is governed to 155 miles per hour. The vehicle weighs 3,947 pounds. MPG's around 14 in the city, 23 on the highway. What you will notice is I like the bracing that they put from the shock top mount to the firewall. You can see your coil packs, all 4 of them, 4 on this side, 4 on the other for the V8. And then we have those beautiful intake runners. Really like the way that they did that on the Coyote, and those twin throttle bodies, sucking all that air in to mix with the fuel and make that pop. But why don't we go ahead? If you're ready, I'm ready. I like the sound of V8s. Let's fire it up and hear this one roar. Alright guys, muscle car Mustang time. We're in this Grabber Blue GT. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, the hell with it. You know, I don't care about my kids' college. I don't care about retirement. I want a Mustang, and I want a Mustang now. And I'm really liking the way that this one is spec'd. How much is it? Well, the good news is you may not have to give up on all of your retirement dreams, because these are still, considering everything else that's out there and the prices that they're asking for them, brand new, of course. MSRP on this one is $53,000. Let's see what you get when you go with this Mustang GT. To the door panels. I love the way they upgraded the interior. The contrast stitching still looks classy, looks more modern, and they did a good job with the fit and finish. You do have no gloss black, which is great. Door pocket, decent size. You could get yourself a little box of those saucy nugs from Wendy's. That's what Steven loves, are those saucy nugs, and a Frosty to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, Like I said, the soft touch material, the stitching, everything's been brought up another notch. You slide on in, you got a 13.2-inch infotainment system screen. I do love how easy it is to use. What I don't love, and we've already talked about this, is I don't love the placement of the screen. I wish the screen level was a little bit lower, and I wish they kind of embedded it in the dash rather than just stuck it on. But you do have all those great themes, including SVT Cobra from 99 to 01 on that SN95 platform. Or we could do Fox Body, because I love the Fox Bodies. That's back from when I was in the day, high school days. I'm gonna go track though. I really like that setup. Working our way down, you do have that dark red, cherry red start-stop button for the engine. Everything is done through the infotainment system, and that's a little bit of a zonk because of the AC controls. Let me know how you feel about that. You do have 3 stages of heated seats and 3 stages of ventilated seats. Not bad for the price point. Like I said, this has the tech package and all the other goodies. USB-C, USB-A, 12 volt for a radar detector, wireless charging, the official Ford Motor Company Twinkie holder. And then I know a lot of people want a manual, I definitely do, but this is a great automatic for those that want it. 10-speed automatic, fast shifts. They upgraded it and updated it for 2024. You got your 2 cup holders, the classic Mustang key fob with remote start, soft touch material with the stitching. Open this up, you got another 12 volt, and you got an area in here where you could put 3 glazed Krispy Kreme donuts. Nice hot glaze. Eat that with your Frosty. You could dunk it in with your Frosty. Or what Steven likes to do is he takes 2 Krispy Kreme glazed donuts and he puts his saucy nugs in the center and he eats it like a burger, like a chicken sandwich. The seats, the leather, the stitching, decent bolstering. You do have power for the bottom, but manual for the back. I guess the good news is with the manual in the back, I could do this very easily and show you the full back seat. If you're Teddy Ruxpin or you're that guy from Fantasy Island, you'd probably be able to fit back there. Anybody else, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to fold yourself like a ham sandwich. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I got a flat bottom steering wheel I want to show you in this Mustang GT. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have a nice aluminum sill plate with the Mustang name there. Pedal box is halfway decent because you have the aluminum brake pedal, aluminum throttle. I just wish they would give me an aluminum dead pedal. I'm gonna keep saying that until they change it. So that is a zonk. You do have power seat controls for the bottom, manual for the back. Like I said, I don't like that. Why can't I have an 8-way adjustable power seat? But you got plenty of headroom in here, and I love the steering wheel. The leather, the flat bottom. You got flat black on the switchgear. Paddles on the back of the wheel to go up and down that 10-speed automatic. And we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, and then that large 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Lots of information you could show, tack across the top. But you know what? There's a trunk. It's got about 14 cubic feet of space, and you can fit stuff in it, but that's not what this car is about. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this Mustang. All right, guys, we left Walker Ford. We're in this 2024 Grabber Blue Mustang GT. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. The sound of the V8 engine has never sounded better. And what's great about it is that because it's a quad cam engine, it revs really well, all the way up to 7,500 RPM. If you looked at the Hemis and the engines in the Camaros, those were pushrod engines, pushrod V8s. Older technology, still work well, but just older technology, and those engines don't rev as high. Because there's no rocker arm, no push rod, you just have the cams on top, it just allows those valves to open and close a lot faster and that engine to rev a lot faster. Now, the good news is that gone is the whole experience where if you were in a muscle car, you would have not a lot of amenities. I mean, Back in the day, you wouldn't even get air conditioning on certain engines that were optioned. And if you could, air conditioning was an option. This car obviously has all that, plus it has that tech package that comes with the nicer leather, comes with the heated seats, the ventilated seats. And I just love looking out the windshield and seeing that grabber blue hood. Nice size bulge, looking great, and feeling good. So let's see how she handles and how she brakes with those Brembos. On throttle, here we go. On the brakes. Nice downshift from the 10-speed. Much more competent, much better transmission than what they had just previous generation. And of course, all of the special tuning that has come into play with the engine, with the gearing, all those different things really add up to the big picture. But whether you're on throttle or you're just driving normal, it feels good behind the wheel. You get to have that classic muscle car experience, but you're doing it in a daily driver and a car that you could take to the drag strip, you could take to the racetrack, you could take to your favorite twisty road and just really enjoy yourself. And you know, cars like these are just becoming harder and harder and harder to find. But we're gonna go on throttle once again, slow roll, see how that 10-speed behaves. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Woo! Firing off those shifts, on the brakes. Look at this. Love the sound, the torque. On throttle. I'm telling you, if you haven't driven a modern day automatic, this is one of the better ones, especially for model year 2024 with the S650. They made some changes. Before, let's be honest, it wasn't that great because it liked to chase through the gears. Now it knows what gear to exactly be in and, of course, what to experience in that gear. The sound of the V8, having all the different modes. And I haven't even been using the paddles. I'll go ahead, take the shifter, put it in M for manual shifting, and we're gonna use the paddles behind the wheel. If you're ready, I'm definitely ready. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. On throttle! Look at this. Fast shifts. She freaking hustles. And if you want to have that engagement using the paddles, they're easy to get to. I just wish they were metal. They're plastic, unfortunately. But whether you're going up the gears or down, it does a fantastic job. You ready? Second gear. On throttle, here we go. On the brakes, one downshift. Look at this, hooks up in the front. How can you not like this car? How can you not love this car? I love it. Freaking V8, man. And like I said, relatively speaking, yes, they're definitely more expensive than a Mustang's ever been, but so has everything else. So compare apples to apples. I think you're going to be very impressed with what you're getting in this vehicle for the price point, and you're never going to get bored of that V8. Nice downshifts, you hear that? Here we go. On throttle. It just fires like a freaking rocket, man. And that 10-speed is like a Gatling gun with the gears. It's just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da as you're going through the gears in that 10-speed. But I hope and pray that these cars never go away. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. But Of course, just like any on-throttle experience, they can't last forever. We need to get back to Walker Ford and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another fantastic day here at Walker Ford. We definitely want to thank Frank Walker, Western Walker, and Tracy for getting us access to this beautiful grabber blue Mustang GT. Let me know what you think. Do you like the way that this one is spec'd? Would you spec yours the way that this one is? Let me know down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rights family. Gotta give it up to Stephen Flood. He's working the camera like the badass that he is. Show him some love in the comment section, or tell him how much you don't like him. You can put either in the comment section. That's your freedom. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.